The Zacks rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zacks rank buys.
Well, we've outlined a couple of different ways that you can find value stocks with our value strategist, Tracey Ryniec. Now there's yet another one that she's brought to the stage with her.
That's right.
So let's just review here for a moment. We've talked about price to earnings, price to book as an indicator or a tool to use. And now we have price to sales ratio.
Who knew there was all these ways?
Right.
But there is. Price to sales, a lot of people like to use this metric because it is the market cap divided by the sales backward looking about 12 months, so for the year.
Okay.
And people like it because it's hard to fudge sales numbers. Like PE, you can kind of mess around with the E part of that, you know, here or there. You didn't hear it from me, but it can kind of be massaged a bit.
Yep.
But sales are sales, and so people think that's a better indicator of what's actually going on at a company. Now, price of sales, just like all the other indicators, you want it to be as low as possible, and under 1 is preferred. So what it really looks at is if it's 1, that would be an investor paying $1 for every $1 worth of sales. Okay. And that's not a bad thing, that you know, you're paying exactly what you're getting. Yep. But as it goes lower, you're actually getting a discount to those sales. So if you have a price to sales of, say, 0.5, that would be like paying 50 cents for every $1 of sales. That sounds like a good deal to me, and that's why people like to use it. So the lower you can get, that means you're actually paying less for what they're generating in their revenue.
Okay, so people can look out there in the different financial profiles for these companies.
That's right.
These numbers are available to them.
Yep.
They can screen for them, right?
Exactly.
If they have a screening program.
Yep.
And that's what you did.
Yep.
And you came up with CASY's General Stores.
I did. So I took a basic screen for price to earning or price to sales under 1. And then I did the Zacks rank number 1s because that's what I want to do. I want rising earnings estimates at the same time, and I did come up with CASY's. A lot of people probably haven't heard of CASY's, although we've talked about them a lot, I think, here at Zacks.
These are the little stores in the gas stations.
Yeah,
that you
convenience
see along the
stores.
roadside, right?
They also own the gas. They're mainly found in smaller town America, which is why most people aren't familiar, and in the Midwest. I only went to one myself for the first time, only last summer. And I was like, oh, it's a CASY's, I gotta go check it out, because I talk about it all the time.
Right.
But the thing that makes them a little more unique that most people don't realize is that they're big in prepared foods. They make pizza, Subway sandwiches, but their pizza is supposed to be really good. I haven't tried it, but it is supposed to be good. And in these smaller towns, when you're talking about towns under 5,000 people, they might not have a Domino's or a Pizza Hut or any other pizza place. Right. So this becomes their pizza place. So they're surprisingly the 5th largest pizza chain in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who'd have
so
thought?
yeah, bigger than you might think. And they just developed an app, just like Domino's and the other guys have, and they think that's going to continue to drive sales. Now they did have their last quarterly report in December. It was another good quarter because gas prices continue to come down. Their gas volumes are actually up. Total sales were up a little bit over 11%, but in the prepared foods, in the pizza area, it was 9.4, which is a real good comp to be having right now. People have more money to spend. They're ordering out, and they're spending on soda pop and whatever else also in the convenience stores.
Pizza with a gas chaser. Who'd have thought?
Yeah. You wouldn't think that, but it is supposed to be like quite tasty, actually. But like I said, I have to try it still.
Okay. The pizza part.
Yes, the pizza.
That's the tasty part.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
But you know, pizza's always popular anyway, so wherever you can get it, you're buying it, and especially if you got the extra cash in hand.
Sure.
So they have a price to sales ratio of 0.6, so I like that because that was cheap. But if you're looking at other value metrics with them, you would notice that their PE is a little bit over 20. That's a lot more expensive than I would normally search for if I was just searching by PE. So, you know, price to sales can sometimes give you a little bit different outlook on a company than what the PE would do, but I still like CASY's as being a value stock based on the price to sales because it is so low.
Okay.
You can see the earnings estimates. We talked about the Zacks number 1 rank here,
Yeah,
and
they're on the way up, huh?
Yeah, they're soaring for this year. after that great quarter in December. Analysts love the story and what's going on, especially with this app launching. That should drive some more sales here. 23% earnings growth this year. Next year, analysts aren't quite so sure because it's unclear what will be happening with the gasoline story. So a little bit more cautious on 2017, but that's another couple quarters away for this company, so I'm not too worried about that. And if you look at the chart, nobody seems worried about this company. The shares have soared. They're down a little bit in this pullback. I wish they were down more because it would be even more juicy. But you're getting a little bit of a discount here. I still like the story, like I said, and the valuations here.
Okay, do you own it?
I do not.
All right. Check out other stock information on our website, Zacks.com. There is also where you will find articles on individual companies and general articles written by Tracey. In fact, some of those articles linked to a popular podcast that she does on Zacks.com called Market Edge. So check it all out, link to it all right off the homepage. And if you're watching these videos on the YouTube platform, don't forget you can subscribe to them there and even comment on them. With Tracey, I'm Terry Ruffalo.